So yeah, good evening, guys. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall get started. So what was the last topic dealt yesterday? So I believe you were asked to solve exercise 8.1, right? Did you guys do it?
Yes, sir.
Are there any doubts?
Uh, the last few sums, sir.
Okay. So I'll do one thing just to understand your basics. Because I didn't explain these concepts. I want to know how much you have understood. So we'll do a little bit of revision and then move. So in the binomial theorem part, right? Tell me, what does a plus b the whole power n give you? So what is going to be the expression for it? It is nc completed nc not
And C not A to the power N,
a power n and b power,
N minus 1,
how much is it?
or 0, sir.
So it is 0 plus nc1 a power
N minus 1, sir.
into b power.
B power 1.
That's right. So how do you remember this? nc2 into a power n minus 2, right? Into b power 2. So it keeps on going like this. So if I go like this, then what is going to be the general term? General term will be NCR a power n minus r into b power r. So what will be the last term? Last term will be NCN a power 0 and b power n. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now, the next question is, what is NC not equal to? Or what is NCR equal to? What is your understanding of it? Hari Raghav?
Sir,
What is NCR equal to? NCR is
sir, n factorial by
how much is it? N factorial by?
n minus r factorial r factorial.
Okay, good. So what is n factorial equal to? N into?
N minus 1 into N minus 2.
So on till?
1, sir.
Very good. So what is n minus r factorial then? N minus r into n minus r minus 1, so on till 1. R factorial will obviously be r into r minus 1 into r minus 2, so on till 1. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay. That's good. So, okay, you know all these basics. Right. So, if I have to write it in the summation format, then how do I write a plus b, the whole power n as? It is written as summation of n c r a power n minus r into b power r. Where does r value vary from? R varies from 0 to n. So you know this, right? You know this, right? Because this is important for us to, you asked me the last problem. No, this is important for us to solve that problem. Murli, are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so remember this. Yeah. So I'll do the 14th one, which he asked. So exercise 8.1, if I look at the 14th one. So what did they ask? Prove that summation of r is equal to 0 to n 3 power, 3 power r into NCR is equal to 4 power n. So how to solve this? So since I have 3 here, I have 4 here. So what is the relation between them? Can I write 4 as 3 plus 1? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So we know that sigma r is equal to 0 to n. NCR, remember this, NCR into a power n minus r into b power r is actually what? Is it not a plus b the whole power n? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Seriya, Ipapar. So if I compare these two expressions, what is the value of a I'm having? So can I write 3 power NCR into 3 power r as NCR into 3 power r into 1 power n minus r? Can I do this? Because 1 power anything is going to be 1 only. So can I, when I compare these two, when I compare the LHS with the known expression on the left hand side, can I say a is equal to 1 and b is 3? Murli, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
If I take this and substitute it here, then what will I get?
Sir, how is A is equal to 1?
Let's see. Sigma r is equal to 0 to n. Then a question NCR into something is missing here into 3 power r. If you observe the general pattern, something power n minus r will be there, something power r will be there. Correct?
Yes, sir.
If what is missing in the question? Is it not 1?
Yes, sir.
So, புரியுதா நான் சொல்றது?
Yes, sir.
Irrespective of whether this is there or not, it doesn't make any difference. But why I'm adding is because I want to bring in the general format.
Okay.
So when I do this, this will be equal to a plus b whole power n, right? The a, 1 is a, b is 3. Correct?
Okay, sir.
Up a plus b the whole power n, what is it? It is 1 plus 3 the whole power n. Up answer n over, it will be 4 power. That's the answer.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
The others are clear.
Yes, sir.
That's good. So any other problem you have a doubt with?
No, sir.
Okay. So we'll start with the next exercise then. See, listen, this chapter, right? What I generally suggest is you need to have a good observation. Because all these equations that you're reading are actually not formula, they are actually derived because it's an algebra part. Any algebraic expression is actually an observation. Okay. So if you look at the concepts that are needed for the next exercise, they speak about general and middle terms. So what do they speak about? They speak about the general and the middle terms. So if I have a binomial expression, so if I have a binomial expression as a plus b the whole power n, okay. So then what is the first term that we have? So what is the first term? It is NC naught and a power n. Am I right? A power n, b power 0. So what about the second term? It is NC1 a power n minus 1 b power 1. What about the third term? It is NC to A power N minus 2 B power 2. Guys, am I clear with this? I need an S or no,
Yes,
or
sir.
I can't
Yes,
proceed.
sir.
Clear, no? See, if you look at the first one, it is NC in the 0. Can I write it as 1 minus 1? Can I? And A power N into B power 0. So this 1, can I write it as NC 2 minus 1 into A power N minus 1 into B power 1. So how can I write this 2 as NC? You guys tell me.
3 minus 1.
That's right. So 3 minus 1 into A power N minus 2. So A power N minus 2 into B square. So like this, I will write another term. Fourth term, what will it be? It will be NC3 A power N minus 3 B3 or B power 3, sorry. Correct? So can I write this as NC4 minus 1 A power N minus 1 or sorry, A power N minus 3 B cube? Yes or no? Now
Yes,
the
sir.
question is, if you look at the heading, I need a general term. General term, na, it is like I'm deriving a formula. You know how general terms are formed in arithmetic progressions. Am I right? So when you have a progression, you form a general term. A plus N minus 1 into D, something like that. Where you substitute different values of N, you will get a different output. So what I'm going to do is, I will write T stands for term and R stands for the rth term. So if I write TR, then what will I get the value as? NC, inga parunga. If it is the first term, it is 1 minus 1. See, I'm using another color, observe. If it is the first term, 1 minus 1. If it is a second term, 2 minus 1. If it is a third term, 3 minus 1. If it is a fourth term, 4 minus 1. Correct? Then if it is the rth term, what will you have? NC R minus 1 A power N minus R into B power R. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct? Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Correct? What did I tell you? Algebra is about observation. You guys are not observing, you're just seeing. And you're accepting whatever I write. Correct, Anna? Tell me what is the mistake I made. Deliberate mistake. What is it? Let me see how good your observations. Hey, people are still searching or sleeping there. Look at the numbers.
Sir, it's B power R minus 1.
A power?
B power R minus 1.
அது மட்டும் தானம்மா? See, I showed you only one thing. You accepted it. Innonu parunga, I didn't tell you about this part. So, can I say this n came as n minus 1? Sorry. Can I say this is actually n minus 1 plus 1? Solalama. Can I say this is n minus 2 plus 1? Can I say this as n minus 3 plus 1? So what does this 1, 2, 3 represent? It represents the term number. So what will this n minus 4 be? N minus 4 plus 1. Then what should I write here?
n minus r plus 1.
And what should I correct here?
R minus 1.
Correct. Purinjudha? So it is not a derived expression, it is an observation. So TR is NCR minus 1 and A power n minus R plus 1, B power R minus 1. But what happens is, see, they could have called this itself as a general term, but look at the expression, it is slightly tedious. That is why I'll write and show. So TR is, I'll write it again. What is it? NC R minus 1, A power n minus R plus 1 into B power R minus 1. Correct? So this term is slightly complicated to remember. That's why what they did is they didn't take this as the general term. Rather, they took TR plus 1 as the general term. If I write TR plus 1, then what will I get here? NC in the R eduthala, substitute R plus 1, then what will you get?
Just r.
Just R. A power in the R eduthala, substitute R minus 1. You will get A power n minus R, and in the R eduthala, substitute R minus, R plus 1. You will get P power R. And this is what is concluded as the general term in binomial expansion. Guys, am I clear with this point? If something is not clear, get it clarified. So this is called as the general term, and I don't want anybody to memorize it. You have to understand and write it. So if you see, no, when we wrote this A plus B the whole power n, we wrote sigma R is equal to 0 to n, NCR into A power n minus R into B power R. So this NCR into A power n minus R into B power R is actually what is called as TR plus 1. Purida. So are you able to connect both the dots? Yes or no? Right. Now the next question is, so this is, I spoke about the general term. So what was the heading? I spoke about the general term. My job is done. Now I'm talking about middle terms. I never told middle term. I'm using middle terms. Means I have more than one middle term depending on the possibility of the outcome. See, suppose I have A plus B to the power 1. The output is A plus B. Am I right? If I have A plus B the whole square, it is A square plus 2AB plus B square. And if I have A plus B the whole cube, I have A cube plus B cube plus 3A square B plus 3AB square. Am I right? So when if I prepare a tabular column, power and number of terms like this. Seriya. If the power of the binomial expression is 1, what are the number of terms present? Look at it. What are the number of terms present? 2.
2, sir.
If the power is 2, what are the number of terms present? 3. If the power is 3, the number of terms present are 4. Am I right? So this gives us an important observation. So how did I get this 2? It is 1 plus 1. How did I get this 3? 2 plus 1. How did I get this 4? 3 plus 1. So plus 1 is common. But what is the first number that is changing? It is the power number. 1, 2, 3 are the power numbers. So if I have A plus B the whole power n, then the power is n. How many terms will be there?
N plus 1.
So if you see, depending on the power, the number of terms will be n plus 1. So when it is n plus 1, suppose, listen to this carefully. If I have n plus 1, and in the place of n, if I substitute an even number, then what will happen? Guys, when I have even number, if I put n is equal to even, how many terms will I have? The total number of terms will be odd. If I put n as odd, then total number of terms will be even. Correct? If I have 1, 2, and 3, how many terms are there? 3 terms. So 3 is an odd number. If I have odd number of terms, how many middle terms will you have? It's like statistics from your 11th, 10th standard. So how many middle terms will I have? It is only one. So can I call this as the middle term? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 terms, 5 is an odd number. So what is the middle term? It is 3. So what is the lesson learned from this? If you have a total of odd number of terms in the expansion, the middle term can be found easily. So for example, you tell me the 3 terms are there now, which term is middle term? So this is the first, is the second, is third term. Okay, wow. So 3 terms are there, which term is the middle term?
Second.
Second. So in the 3 length, how will you find the second? So from 3, how will you bring the 2? Can I write it as 3 plus 1 divided by 2 is 2? Correct? நான் சொல்ற புரியுதாடா?
Yes, sir.
இப்ப 5 terms இருக்குதுன்னா what is the middle term?
Third.
Third term. So அந்த third எப்படி வர வைக்கலாம்? 5 plus 1 divided by 2. Correct? அதே மாதிரி 7 terms இருந்தா, if I have 7 terms in my expression, then what is going to be the middle term? It will be 7 plus 1 divided by 2. It will be the fourth term. If you want, you can write and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 terms are there. Fourth term is my middle term. So, what is the conclusion? If an expansion has odd number of terms. So for an expression to have an odd number of terms, what should be the power? Power should be, correct? What should be the power? Should it be even or odd?
Even.
Even.
So whenever they give you a question, if you are able to see the power to be an even number and you're asked to find the middle term, right? Then what will happen? Then the middle term is given as, n plus 1 divided by 2th term. So this will be the middle term, where n is the power in the, where n plus 1 is the number of terms that you have. Oh, I'm sorry, wait. So then you will have an odd number, no? So you need to do n plus 1 divided by 2th term. So this will give you the middle term. Or you can just write it as n by 2 plus 1 term. Both are same. I'll do problems and show you, don't worry. But as of now, are you able to absorb this concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good. Now comes the real challenge. If a plus b power n is there, where n is odd. Okay, where n is odd, the number of terms will be even. The number of terms will be even. Now the question is, if I have 2 terms, okay, I'll take 4 terms for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then which one is a middle term in this? Then which one is the middle term? Second and third, both are middle terms. Am I right? So when there are even number of terms, there are two middle terms. So if I have 4 terms, right? So what are the middle terms? Second and third. So how did you get the second? Second is exactly 4 by 2. How did you get third? Third will be 4 by 2 plus 1. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So similarly, if I have 6 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tell me what are the two middle terms?
Third and fourth.
Yes, third and fourth. So if I have 6 terms, middle term will be third and fourth. So how to get the third from 6 terms? It is 6 by 2 or 6 by 2 plus 1. So not or, sorry, it is and. Correct? புரியுதா சொல்ற logic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
இப்ப I have an expansion like this, a plus b the whole power n, where n is an odd number, then number of terms will be n plus 1, which is even. So what are the middle terms? So what will be the middle terms? They will be n plus 1 by 2th term and n plus 1 by 2 plus 1th term. Why did I write n plus 1? N plus 1 is what is the number of terms. If you see the previous case, 4 are the number of terms. So for you to get 4 terms, what should be the power of the binomial expansion? It should be 3. For you to get 6 terms, what should be the power of the binomial expression? It should be 5. Adamari. Guys, are you able to understand this?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Write it down. I want to give you an example. If I have x plus 2y to the power 8, okay, I have x plus 2y to the power 8, then find the middle term. Or I will say, which term is the middle term? Can you tell me? So power is even. What will be the number of terms? It will be odd. Right. So what will be the middle term? It will be 8 by 2 plus 1 term. Am I right? Whereas if I have an expression like this, x plus y the whole power 7, then what will be the middle terms? Middle terms will be 7 plus 1 by 2th term and 7 plus 1 by 2 plus 1th term. Or to put it in simple terms, the 7 plus 1 is nothing but the number of terms. So it will be 8 by 2th term and 8 by 2 plus 1th term. Okay. Am I clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Good. And the last property according to your textbook is, in the expansion of x plus 1 by x to the power of 2n. Okay. What is going to be the middle term? What is going to be the middle term? So power is odd number. Sorry, power is even number. So how many number of terms will you have? You will have odd number of terms. Right. So middle term will be 2n by 2 plus 1th term. 2n by 2 plus 1th term. So what will this be? This will be n plus 1th term. So we know this, t r plus 1 is how much? If I have a plus b the whole power n, then what is t r plus 1? NCR a power n minus r into b power r, correct? Then what will t n plus 1th term be? It will be NCN a power n minus n into b power n. But what is the value of n in this case? It is 2n. So 2n Cn into a power 2n minus n into b power n. Right. So 2n Cn into a power 2n minus n is going to be a power n into b power n. புரியுதா நான் சொல்றது? So what is the value of a? A is x. This is equal to 2n Cn into x power n into b is 1 by x. So 1 by x to the power n. X power n and 1 by x power n will get cancelled. You will have 2n Cn. Here. Or any doubt? Sure. So I'm assuming you're clear and then proceeding to the problem section. Shall I? So look at the example problem number 5. So page 168 in your textbook. Yeah. Page 168 in your textbook. Example number 5. Find A if T17 and T18 term, T17th and T18th term in the expansion of 2 plus A the whole power 50 are equal. So how to solve this? So what did they say in solution? T17 is equal to T18. But how can I write T17 as? Can I write it as T16 plus 1 is equal to, this will be T17 plus 1. Am I right? Can I do this? So on the left hand side, this is R. On the right hand side, 17 is R. So tell me, how should I write the general term? So 50 C16 NCR, because TR plus 1, what is the formula? NCR into A power n minus R into B power R. So 50 C16, we can write this as, T16 plus 1, we can write it as 50 C16 into 2 power 50 minus 16, that is 34, into A power 16. Can I write this? This will be equal to 50 C 50 C 17 2 power 33 into A power 17. Any doubt in this step? This is the crucial step. And 1 minute, I'll be back. I need to get my charger. I'll be back. Keep solving this. So 50C16, I can write it as 50 factorial divided by 34 factorial into 16 factorial into, this is going to be 2 power 34 into a power 16 is equal to 50 factorial divided by 33 factorial into 17 factorial into 2 power 33 into a power 17. Right, what will get cancelled? 2 power 33 will cancel this once. A power 16 and 1 is left here. 50 factorial and 50 factorial are gone. This implies 1 divided by, see here, out of these two numbers, 34 and 33, obviously 34 is big. So I can write 34 factorial as 34 into 33 factorial into 16 factorial. I leave it as it is. And you're left out with a 2 here. This 2 is being left out. So right hand side, you have an a divided by 33 factorial into 17 factorial. I can write it as 17 into 16 factorial. 16 factorial and 16 factorial are gone. 33 factorial is also gone. So 17 cancels this 34 twice. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. This will give you the value of a as 1. Is this clear, guys? Clear? Or is there anything that you are not able to understand? Okay. So I'm assuming you're clear. And did you guys copy it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, sixth one, I'll do it at the end because it's slightly complicated. We'll start with some easy problems and then go. So example 7. So if I look at example 7, find the coefficient of x power 6 into y power 3 in the expansion of x plus 2y to the power of 9. So for this, how you should start is general term T r plus 1 is equal to NCR into a power n minus r into b power r. So T r plus 1 in this will be n is 9, 9CR into a is x power 9 minus r into 2y to the power of r. Am I right? So this I can write it as NCR into 2 power r into x power 9 minus r into y power r. Right. So what are the coefficient? So they are asking the coefficient of x power 6 into y power 3. So if I want this x power to become 6, what should I substitute the value of r as?
Three, sir.
So r should be 3. So from this, when you take r is equal to 3, substitute it here. So here also when you substitute, the fourth term will be equal to 9c3 into 2 power 3 into x power 6 y power 3. But they asked only the coefficient. So the coefficient is 9c3 into 2 power 3 is 8. So 8 into 9c3. So this you can write it as 9 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 6 factorial into 8. So 9 factorial, you can write it as 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 6 factorial as it is left into 8. So what will you get? 3 will cancel this 3 times.
So 326.
So 12 into 4, 84 into 8. 84 into 8, right? 672 should be the answer. Right? So that is the coefficient. Okay. So if I take example 8, the second, third, and fourth terms in the binomial expansion of x plus a the whole power n are 240, 720, 1080 respectively. Find the value of x, a, and n. So what did they say? Second, third, and fourth. So T2 is 240, T3 is 720, T4 is 1080. So what is T2? Can someone tell me? T1 plus 1. How much will you get? NC1 x power n minus 1 into a power 1. This is how much? 240. Adhe mari T3 is T2 plus 1. It will be NC2 x power n minus 2 a power 2 is 720. So T3 plus 1 is NC3 x power n minus 3 a power 3 is 1080. Is it right? Now what you can do is, if you divide T4 with T3, you will get NC3 x power n minus 3 a cube divided by NC2 x power n minus 2 a square is equal to 1080 divided by 720. Cancel these two. So NC3 you can write it as n factorial by n minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial into x power n minus 3 a power 3 divided by NC2 is n factorial divided by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial into x power n minus 2 into a square is equal to 108 and 72. This goes 6 times, this goes 4 times, 3 by 2. So it will be 3 by 2. So what will get cancelled? N factorial are gone. A square and this will be gone. So out of x power n minus 3 and x power n minus 2, which one is bigger?
N minus 2.
N minus 3 is smaller. 5
N minus 2 is bigger, sir.
You told n minus 2 is bigger.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for x power n minus 3, we cancel this. Is it right? Similarly, this will go to the numerator. So n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial divided by n minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial is 3 by 2. So 3 factorial, can I write it as, see, just to avoid some steps, I'm writing it here. This should be done in mind, okay, with practice. 3 factorial can be written as 3 into 2 factorial, 2 factorial and 2 factorial are gone. So n minus 2 factorial can be written as n minus 2 into n minus 3 factorial divided by, you have an n minus 3 factorial into 1 divided by 3 is 3 by 2. So n minus 3 factorial and n minus 3 factorial are gone. So what will you get? This implies 2n minus 4 is equal to 9. So 2n will be equal to 13. N will be equal to 13 by 2. How are you getting? I forgot A here. That is what I was wondering. Because you cannot solve with this. 1 minute. Guys, am I clear? So this step is wrong. I'll correct it. So parang. Is it clear till this step? Just give me an assurance. I'll proceed. I'll take the next slide and proceed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are we left out with? Did I miss an x also? Yes, I missed an x in the denominator. This x is missed. So I have n minus 2 into n minus 3 factorial into a divided by n minus 3 factorial into x. Or I'll call it as 3x because this 3 is also there. 3x is equal to 3 divided by 2. So n minus factorial, n minus 3 factorial and n minus 3 will get cancelled. So what are you left out with? A divided by x will be equal to 9 divided by 2 into n minus 2. Let me call this as 1. So how many unknowns are there actually? 3 unknowns are a, x and n. So you need 3 equations to solve. Okay. Similarly, if I divide T3 with T2, what will I get? So T3 divided by T2, NC2 into x power n minus 2 into a square. NC2 into x power n minus 2 into a square divided by NC1 x power n minus 1 a power 1 is equal to 720 by 240. That will go 3 times. Correct? So this will get cancelled once. This and this are gone. So NC2 is n factorial by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial divided by n factorial by n minus 1 factorial into 1 factorial into a divided by x is equal to 3. So n factorial and n factorial are gone. So n minus 1 factorial divided by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial into a by x is 3. This implies n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial divided by n minus 2 factorial into 2 into a by x is 3. So n minus 2 factorial and n minus 2 factorial are gone. So what I left out with, which implies a by x will be equal to 3 divided by n minus 1. Let me call this as 2. 3 or 6 are 6 by n minus 1. Right? So from 1, I have 9 by 2 into n minus 2 as a by x. From 2, I have 6 by n minus 1 as a by x. So both the sides a by x. So when you rearrange and solve it, you will have 9n minus 9 is equal to 12n minus 24. So 2n to the other side, 24 to the left hand side. 24 minus 9 is 15. So 15 is equal to 3 times n, which implies n is equal to 5. Okay. But still you will not get the answers for other one. Guys, am I clear or not? There is a slightly lengthier problem. I'll not say it is tough, but it's lengthy. Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Clear. Good. So tell me how to frame the third equation. I told you 3 unknowns, 3 equations. How to frame the third equation?
Sir, T4 by T2.
Very good. Do T4 by T2. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Do and tell me what is the final answer you are getting. What is the answer? This time, what are you getting a by x as? Tell me. That is, you are supposed to do T4 by T2. So T4 is NC3 x power n minus 3 into a power 3 divided by NC2 into x power n minus 2 into a square. This will be equal to 1080 divided by 240. Cancel this and this. So what will you get? So it's going in 6. 18 by 4, or you will get 9 by 2. Right. I think, did we do all this already?
No, sir.
We did T4 by T3, no? So
Yes,
this is
sir.
n factorial by n minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial into x power n minus 3 into a cube divided by n factorial by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial into x power n minus 2 into a square. This and this will get cancelled. It will be x n factorial is gone. So this will be 9 by 2, which implies n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial divided by n minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial is 9 by 2. So n minus 2 into n minus 3 factorial divided by n minus 3 factorial into, you have a by x also, into a divided by x, and this will cancel this 3 times. So you have a 3 here. So n minus 3 factorial, n minus 3 factorial is 9 by 2, which implies a by x in this scenario will be 9 by 2 into n minus 2, but we already found the value of n as 5. So a by x will be equal to 9 divided by 2 into 3. So it will go 3, which implies a by x is 3 by 2. So a is equal 3a, 2a is equal to 3x. Right? Right. So what will you have? You will have 2a is equal to 3x. That is one thing. And can we find this coefficient? For example, T2 is there. So T2 will be equal to 5C2 or 5C1, sorry. Phi C1 into x power 4 multiplied with a power 1 is 240. They give the second term as 240. So 5C1 is 5 factorial by 4 factorial into 1 factorial into x power 4 into a is 240, which implies 5 factorial is 120 here. So this cancels this 2 times. Do you guys know that 5 factorial is 120? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. So 6 into 20, 120. Okay. So which implies x power 4 into a is equal to 2 into 4 factorial. How much is 4 factorial? 4 into 3, 12, 12 into 2, 24. Syria. So from this, I can say A is equal to 3x by 2. Take this and substitute it here. So x into 3x by 2 is equal to 2 into 24. So this will cancel this 8 times. Sorry, x power 4. So x power 5 is equal to 2 into 2 cube into 2. So this will be 2 power 5, which implies x is equal to 2. When x is 2, what will be the value of A? A will be 3. Puridada? It's a very, very lengthy problem, but no other option. We have to do this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall I proceed or is anyone copying it? Okay. Ninth one. So the coefficients of 3 consecutive terms in the expansion of 1 plus A, the whole power n. So if I take the consecutive terms as r minus 1, r and r plus 1 term, they are in the ratio 1 is to 7 is to 42. So T r minus 1 is how much? NC r minus 2 into a power r minus 2. Am I right? Similarly, T r is going to be, I am not able to understand whether you guys are able to understand or not. So NC r minus 1 into a power r minus 1. Similarly, T r plus 1 will be NCR a power r. Now see, what did they say? The coefficients of these terms means NCR minus 2 is to NCR minus 1 is to NCR is equal to 1 is to 7 is to 42. So NCR minus 2 by NCR minus 1 is 1 by 7. So that will give you n factorial divided by n minus r plus 2 factorial into r minus 2 factorial, the whole divided by n factorial divided by n minus r plus 1 factorial into r minus 1 factorial. This is how much? 1 divided by 7, n factorial and n factorial are gone. Right? So what will you have? If I write the same thing in the next page, so this will go to the numerator. So n minus r plus 1 factorial into r minus 1 factorial, the whole divided by n minus r plus 2 factorial into r minus 2 factorial is 1 divided by 7. So this will be n minus r plus 1 factorial into r minus 1 into r minus 2 factorial, the whole divided by n minus r plus 2 into n minus r plus 1 factorial into r minus 2 factorial. This will be 1 by 7. R minus 2 factorial and r minus 2 factorial get cancelled. So you have n minus r plus 1, n minus r plus 1. So r minus 1 divided by n minus r plus 2 is actually 1 by 7, which implies 7r minus 7 is equal to n minus r plus 2. So n minus 8r will be equal to minus 9, or I can write 8r minus n is plus 9. So let this be equation number 1. Similarly, So the next is, what did we do? We did for r minus 2 and r minus 1. We'll do for r and r plus 1. So listen, TR divided by TR plus 1. So it is NC r minus 1 by NCR. This is how much? 7:42. So it is n factorial divided by n minus r plus 1 factorial into r minus 1 factorial divided by n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. This is 1 divided by 6. N and n are gone, which implies n minus r factorial into r factorial divided by n minus r plus 1 factorial into r minus 1 factorial is 1 by 6. So n minus r factorial into r minus 1 factorial divided by n minus r plus 1 into n minus r factorial into r minus 1 factorial. This and this will get cancelled. N minus r factorial, n minus r factorial will get cancelled 1 by 6, which implies 6r is equal to n minus r plus 1. So n minus 7r or it will be r plus 5n is equal to 1. Let this be equation number 2. So if you see 8r minus n is 9 and r plus, so what is it? 8r minus n is 9 and r plus 5n is 1. Okay. So if I multiply with 8 on both sides, 8r plus 40n is 8. Subtract both. Then you will have minus 41n is equal to 1. So n will be, how can we get a sorry. There is a mistake here. 7r minus n is 1. So if I add both, I mean subtract both, I'll get minus plus minus. N and n will get cancelled. R will be equal to 8. So when R is 8, you substitute it here. 64 minus n is 9. So n will be 55. So n is 55 and R is 8. So is that the answer? What did they ask? They asked only n, then n is 55. Is it clear? Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh. So that's it from my side. Those are copy it and let me. Okay, we'll wind up then.
Thank you, sir.